Hi everyone, this is Jeannie and welcome back to my channel. First, I want to say thank you so much everyone for commenting and encouraging me on my last video about the way I eat. I don't usually talk about it, and here I announced it to the world, eating more carnivore than anything else, and it really has helped me feel so much better. I just can't believe how better I feel in my stomach. Like I said, I did not even know I had stomach problems until I began eating this way. So thank you so much for all of your encouragement. Somebody's barking at something. You know, if I don't just do a video with the dogs barking and the people talking and coming and going, I will never do a video. So I decided I'm going to just go ahead and do a video. And this is my life, and I'm not going to complain about it. But today I'm going to share with you the way I do my new planning, and just talk to you about a few things and a tiny little thrift store haul. I haven't been going to the thrift store a lot because, you know, let's face it, you can only bring so much into your house. I do have a list of things I'm looking for that, you know, might be rare to find, that you can't find in Home Goods or Ross or Target or any of those places, or even Amazon. So I do keep my eyes open for certain things. Mostly things from my childhood, reminiscence of years gone by, and it's just lots of fun to look for things, certain things. Let me get comfortable here. So let's see. I'm reading my notes. Oh, and I forgot my book. I was going to share with you a book. Yes, they are barking. Okay, I got my book that I wanted to share with you and my ice water. I am so thirsty, even though it's dry here. We haven't had a lot of rain, but I'm still really thirsty. Here's the book I bought years ago at the Bible bookstore, and it's called A Woman's Guide to Spiritual Warfare, and it has a second book in it called The Spiritual Warrior's Prayer Guide by Quinn Scherer and Ruth Ann Garlick. And, you know, if you have prayer requests or prayers that you want to pray about, there are sections in this book that kind of relate to what you want to pray for, and they give you suggestions on how to pray and scriptures, and I put little markers in it for the people in my life, for different things like harassment or unbelievers, the lost. Here's one about my children, the blood of Jesus and how important it is, and then mostly my family. And we just always want to pray for our family, and it's just a good resource. But look at this book. This is how much I've used it. It's just coming apart at the seams. I've got notes in it. I write in it. It's wet from taking it in the bathtub with me and trying not to get it wet. I read in the tub. So this book, though, is marvelous, and I think every family should have it. I'll try to link it down below through Amazon for you. Another book I got, now this is a Bible, a King James Version Bible that I got at a thrift store maybe a month ago or two. It's one of my favorites now. I don't know what it is. It might be the leather. It's leather lined, Moroccan leather. It has a man's name in here from 1969. And I just enjoy reading this Bible at night before I go to bed. I sit in my chair with a cup of decaf coffee with lots of cream and sugar, fake sugar, swerve in it, and I just read my Bible. I try to let everything go and give it to the Lord. But I just like the feel of this Bible. And it's really small. It fits right on my small little nightstand. I have very small nightstands. Of course, I keep them packed with everything I can think of. So I wanted to share that with you. Also, my husband and I went past a thrift store and we were bored, didn't have anything to do. So he said, let's stop. So I did. And I got this really vintage sewing box, and I didn't buy it. It was $3. I didn't buy it just because I needed a sewing box. I got it because it had all this thread inside. It's kind of a neat little box. Lift up that, and it has thread on the top, but then it has all this thread in the bottom as well. And have you seen how expensive black and white thread is lately? This thread says 13 cents. I think it's not really cotton thread though. That's not cotton thread. But this is, and it's black thread, and this was 29 cents when whoever owned this bought it. But it has black, lots of black thread. I think 4 spools of black thread and one spool of white thread, which is fine. I haven't cleaned it or anything. So, I've got neighbors coming and going. Neighbors out back talking to my husband. When you're retired and one of the neighbors are home from work, and we have plenty of land and fences up, they kind of congregate together and just start talking. That's what happened. Okay. There's that. And then I love these little books. These books, I decorate with these. This is such a neat set if you can find these. They are part of the Christian library. I'm pretty sure I don't have the Pilgrim's Progress in the Christian library set, but I thought this would be great to add to my collection. My mother used to buy the Christian library books for me, so I'm getting quite a collection. And like I said, I don't think I have this one in particular, which I love, Pilgrim's Progress. And my new braces, the power chains it's hard to talk. I get my lips get stuck. And then I got this at a thrift store. I love Nancy. Nancy Zeman, she's my sewing hero who went on to be with the Lord this year, I think, or maybe last year. But isn't she beautiful? We have on the same lipstick, I think. Anyhow, I love sewing books, and every time I'm at a thrift store, I'll look and see if they have any sewing books, and she has all kinds of different techniques. I do not know how to sew very well, but I love it. I love to sew. So I got my Nancy book to add to my collection. Then, I think that's all I have to share. My planning, let me show you. And of course, my Darcy book. Oh, Darcy and Lila, that is. You can find that on Amazon. So what I do now for my planning every night, I don't carry around my great big leather binder, I think it's 8.5 by 5.5 or 8 by 5, I don't know. It's about this size. And I used to use the 2-day spread, but it was hard to handle because it was bulky, it was heavy, it's full of cards, it's full of clip-ons the day where my husband has to get blood work, so it has the hard paper script, just in case Quest or LabCorp don't have the script, which has happened so many times, I always get a paper script because lots of times the specialists need they need blood work before he can go, which he has 3 appointments this week. So I decided to look and see if I could find a simple spiral bound notebook where I could put everything that was on a 2-page spread on 1 page without a bulky, without something like this. I use this for something else. So I found one. I found this. Of course, you can find anything on Amazon. It's pink. Spiral bound. It comes with labels, so you can do your own labels. Trying to talk loud for everybody. I don't talk loud. So what I did was, it's so much easier just to write on 1 page down on my desk, and I did put tags, labels on for the different months. So that was July. Today's the 14th. So, and I don't do a week at a time. I don't put down on my planner a week at a time. I do it overnight. The night before, I'll sit down with my coffee or my tea or my Coke, icy Coke or water, and I'll just calmly and quietly list out what I have to do the next day. So, sorry, I hear all kinds of things in the background. So that's what I do. I have my dinner. I put down my housework, extra things, the date. It has a place for what day it is. It's so little I can't see it. And if it's raining or sunny, I don't care. It's going to rain today. So this is what I do, and tonight I'll fill out the next one for tomorrow. So I wanted to share that with you, which keeps me very organized. Last night I was thinking about it, and I thought, well, maybe I won't do any kind of planning today because it's really all in my head. But it's relaxing, and it's calming, and it's nice to be able to check things off once you've accomplished something. This Dooney & Burke planner I use to take care of my keeping track of everything, of my eating, my diet, my weight, how I'm coming along. And I really don't even need to count my carbs. I try to count my carbs daily and not go over 20 carbs because that's what keeps me feeling better. I haven't done this for 4 days. No, actually, since Saturday. Today's Monday. And, if you are on a carb-free diet, you can eat, what you can eat. Creamer in my coffee equals 2 grams. 1 or 2, depending on how much I put in there, and I have to be careful. So, and I drink maybe 4 cups, 2 or 3 cups of regular coffee during the day before noon, and then after that 2 cups, 2 or 3, depends on what I need, of decaf. So that's not really that much. And then I have a budget book, which I, of course I can't open it, show you what's in here. But I have my main one, which has all of our banks and things in here, and I do this daily. And, because you have to watch the bank and make sure nothing has been taken out, without your knowledge. But this one is kind of like my super duper daily, keeping track of everything I've spent, what's coming in, when it's coming in, and if there are any changes in our main budget. I just like to know what's going on. So I do that. So my husband's eye surgery, he had a cataract replacement and he's doing great. If anybody out there is worried about getting cataract surgery, I recommend it highly. He's going back again this week to just have it rechecked and to get a new prescription because, of course, the other eye is off, but he doesn't need surgery in his other eye. So he's going to do that. Then we'll go to someplace and get glasses for him. Let's see. It's been a very, very hot summer here in Florida. We have gone up to 101, 102, and then the real feel outside is like 115. It's really too hot for my husband to even go outside and do anything the way he likes to. He just likes to go outside and do all kinds of things out there. We have we don't have a pool, a regular swimming pool anymore. We used to in some of our houses. But in this house, it didn't come with a pool. We didn't want to put one in. They're expensive if you don't already have one in there. It's a lot of work, and we just didn't want to contend with any of that kind of expense or work while we're in our 60s and 70s. Who knows what we'll be like in our 80s. But anyhow, so then the kids moved in. My daughter moved in several years ago, and I wanted a pool. So we went to Tractor Trailer Supply, I think is the name of the place, and we bought a huge cow pasture pool. It's steel. I think that's the material, stainless steel or some kind of steel, and it's round and it's huge. It takes up our whole outside back patio. It has a little plug at the bottom, and we put we know what to do to keep a pool clean and sanitary because of our previous pools. So we got the equipment. It doesn't have one of the filters though, but I think he said it was 750 gallons of water, and we just empty it every now and then fill it back up, and we have the skimmer. So I've been getting in the pool, the cow pond pool, cow pasture pool. It's been kind of great. I think it's going to last forever, and it's a good thing to have around for hurricanes when you don't have water and you need to flush the toilets. It's good extra supply of water. So I'm looking at my notes to make sure I don't leave you out of the loop of anything. Our electric bill in Florida, in case you want to know, I'll tell you what it was last month, and it's going to be more this month. $727 was our electric bill last month, and I don't keep it as cold in here as I'd like it to be. Of course, we have a lot of people living here. We have the RV next door, and that's, when it's being used, we use it. So, yeah, we have an exorbitantly high electric bill, but the Lord doth supply all of our needs. So, anyhow, we are doing everything we can to stay as cool as possible, and it really is good to be back on YouTube, and in spite of the interruptions and everything going on here. I'm sure you guys are busy too, but we're having a great summer. We didn't go anywhere or do anything. We haven't even been to the beach. It's just too hot. So I will end for now, and it was so good to talk with you guys and see everyone, and leave a comment below and let me know what you're doing this summer. Kids are back to school, and I can't wait for a wonderful, exciting, adventurous fall. So take care, everyone. I love you, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye-bye, everyone.